Hello everyone, I'm Instructor Ford. Welcome to the 52 lesson course on American Kick Punch Karate. And I'm one of the instructors within our American Kick Punch Karate Federation that is actively reviving this art. So we're not going to spend too much time on history today. As we progress, we'll talk while we train. I'll give you little tidbits of what's happened in this art, where this art started, where this art is going, but you're here to train. You're not here to hear me gap. So as time progresses, we're going to get further into kind of the meat of the subject. But today I'm going to cover like 9 blocks, 2 kicks, 1 strike, and why these techniques are important, especially these 2 kicks. So at this stage in your training, especially on this lesson, I want to get your chamber right, because we don't necessarily do point origin striking in this art. It is very old school Taekwondo and old school Shotokan. So this art's been around since like 1978 is when it was formed. At that time, the landscape of Shotokan and Taekwondo was vastly different from what it is today. And so when this art was born, it was born for many different reasons. We'll get into that later. You can probably read my little dissertation I wrote on the art. It will give you a brief outline of history. I'll probably include it on the Facebook so you can find it. I think I've already got it up on the Facebook. But I will also include it on the YouTube channel so you'll be able to look at it, or some kind of link so you can find it. Now, this course is going to help you progress through American Kick Punch Karate, and the only way you can get legitimate rank is to go through the Federation. So if you're training for fun, that's great, but ultimately we want to get you in the Federation so we can help the Federation grow, and so you can get legitimate rank in American Kick Punch Karate. There are a lot of outside organizations issuing rank in it. Come home. Just come home. Come get actual American Kick Punch Karate Federation rank. It's been there the longest. You're not dealing with a bunch of non-practitioners just stamping and grading and passing you off. You get actual legitimate rank. So, with all that said, let's get into the art. So, we do bow. That is one of the things. It's kind of like ears on your head. You know, it's passed down. The ear shape is passed down from your parents. Now, in this art, we use a lot of English terminology because we're an American style. But there are some things we cannot get away from, like bowing or karate, etc. So when we bow, we put our feet at a V, we put our hands here or here, and we bow. We make about a 45-degree angle. Now you'll see people on reels, like they'll try to put their upper torso parallel with the ground, or even like their head is down here, their butt is up here. That's ridiculous. I come from an Okinawan karate background originally, before I got involved in American Kick Punch 25 years ago. So when in Okinawan karate, when we bow, we tend to look eye to forehead or eye to eye. I want to be able to see you. It's totally a trust thing, because not everybody you shake hands with or bow at is going to be a trustworthy person. So when you bow and you try to do a stretch instead of a greeting, once my line of sight only sees Matt, I can't see what you're doing. So it's very important that I bow and I look at you. So that's the first thing we're going to do. That's how we begin every class, is we bow in on the mat, we bow at our instructor, and then we bow in as a group. So get in a ready position. So we go from bowing, your feet will be here for bowing stance, to here. So you have to forgive me. Georgia is very polleny, and we're having an Indian summer right now. So I'm getting the joy of a runny nose and congestion when there was nothing like that yesterday. So we bow, feet, and then we go into ready position. And we're going to stay kind of in the ready position. We might do a front stance. So we're going to put our feet in a front stance. Nice, evenly distributed, not here, just evenly distributed. So my head is my body. I want it back here. I don't want it here. I want it here. Evenly distributed. Nice. Little outside shoulder width. Maybe shoulder width. Mine is shoulder width. Nice shoulder width stance. That's a good front stance. Very comfortable. And I can move my hip so when I punch, we'll do 2 punches today. That's fine. One of them is the actual punch we use. So we're going to start off with karate jab. It's a vertical fist punch. So I come here, and we're just going to do this from a static stance. Usually we would be moving. So I get in a good fighting stance, and I throw this jab out, and my fists want to make impact. I'm going to hit with the top 2 knuckles. So here. We're going to do about 5 on this side, 5 on the other as our warm-up, and we're going to progressively get faster. I'm going to hit with my top 2 knuckles. 1 more. We're going to come here, other side, lead, cross. Karate jab, vertical fist. This thing's going for the face. You could go face, sternum. You could go sternum, face. 2 more. Or face, sternum, sternum. So, also you notice this is making me turn my hips. You have a lot of people, and you watch some Taekwondo people that bounce when they do stuff. Later on, I'm going to show you how to exploit that and completely destroy them. Because they're sinking weight, and there's a lot of fun to be had when you take their balance away from them. Because that brief second, they're not really in control of their balance. So I want to get hip rotation like in karate. Hip rotation is my friend. Weight displacement is my friend also. So later on, you're going to add a step to this. You're going to add a step, and you're going to throw this thing in line. So when I step, I'm here. And I'm going to get that momentum and that hip twist in there and achieve what they're trying to do, or what they are doing, while getting hip rotation into the technique in a healthier manner. The next punch we're going to do is twist punch. So we're going to get in a nice forward stance. We could do this from here, but really you kind of want one leg in front of the other. So when I throw this punch, we'll do it from a front stance. When I do this punch, I'm going to come up under my arm. I'm going to come out, and right before impact, I'm going to kind of sink my knee and twist my hand a few inches from impact and snap this in. What this looks like from here, also I want to pull this hand in. Later on, you're going to be grabbing with this thing. I'm going to hit. I'm going to keep a bend in my elbow. I don't want to lock punch everything. We'll get into why that's bad later on. Here. And on impact, I'm going to sink a little bit of weight into the strike. 2 more. So here, boom. We'll do this as a reverse punch. Here, punch. Do this from the front. One more. Okay, so those are the 2 strikes, karate jab and twist punch. Next is the knee. Without this knee, you can't do chambers. Without chamber, you can't throw a good kick. And in this art, we realize some people have limited mobility. It doesn't give you a pass to throw sloppy kicks. So we want to sharpen whatever tool you have and turn it into a weapon. So if you can only kick within a certain range of motion, we want to sharpen that as much as possible. All right. So we're going to bring our hands up. First is forward knee. I'm going to drag the ground, and I'm going to come up. I'm going to point my toe down so I don't stub my toe on it. This up. We're going to throw it from the back leg. You can throw it from the front leg, but we're going to throw it from the back leg. 2 more. We'll do this one from the side. All right, other side. I want to kind of hit my forearm. 1 more. Hell, let's do 1 more. Okay, so next kick, we're going to use this one. This is a round knee. We're going to use it to move our hip in. So it's going to come at a 45-degree angle. So imagine you're hooking the head. Other side from the back leg. It's going on from the front because that might look like the first knee you were doing. So from the front, from here, 1 more. Oh, this pollen is driving me crazy. It's okay, it's still no excuse. So, those are your 2 first kicks, 2 first punches. Let's get into blocking. First block, shin block. So we're going to come and check from the outside. So inside, outside. From here, I want to kind of catch a leg and move it. 1 more on this side. Don't be afraid. I'm going to open it like a door and then shut it like a door, or vice versa. Don't be afraid to touch the ground in front of you. Or not. You only ever really use one of these. And then hit. Or take their leg out from under them. Or, say they're kicking, I guide here, and take their leg out from under them. Next, we're getting into blocking. So, blocking with the hands. Whew, sinuses. So we're going to talk about rolling the forearm. So we can come here. We're going to do cross block high, cross block low. And we're going to talk about rolling the arms versus not rolling the arms. You see a lot of people do these blocks. They'll come here. And there's no power. I want to come from the hip. Over the leg. Doesn't matter which end is on top. Over the leg. But I want to roll. So the arm that's behind is going to be the one doing the driving. So I'm going to come here, I'm going to roll my arms and hit above the leg. I'm going to here roll my arms and protect the head. You can go open hand or closed here. So we're going to roll. From the front, what that looks like. 2 more with this arm, then we'll do the other side. Other side. One more. You can come from here and drive it, or you can come from here. But the driving arm is the one in the back. So it does not matter if it's from here and closing, or here and you get that additional snap. That is cross block. Last 4 blocks, and then we're done for today. So we're going to continue rolling the arm. This one is going to be low block, and I'm rolling the arm. Two more. Come here, roll the arm down. One more. Other side. I'm going to rub the arm as I roll. As soon as my forearm leaves this knuckle, I begin to roll. Does not matter if I'm in a side stance, a front stance. I'm going to roll my hip back. That'll shrink my silhouette toward the target. So when I'm here, shrink my silhouette, kind of like in a pistol duel back in the early 1800s. They would shrink their silhouette. So instead of they'd be shrink the silhouette. So next block we're going to talk about is inside block. So I come from here, right about the time I get here, I roll. So I come here, what that looks like from the side. One more, other side. Come from here, 3 more. 3 more, 2 more, 1 more. So I'm gonna roll. See, most people will just come straight across. I want that added power, and also so I can roll on and grab and throw punches and stuff. Last 2 blocks. This one, you see people do this and have no power. I want to come here and have power. So again, once I leave those knuckles, I twist the block. Use this friction as a guide. I want this to be even with my shoulder. I want my knuckles bent back to get ligaments, because if I'm here, feel your arm, feel your hand here, you're going to feel the ligaments change. I want that ligament coverage on my forearm. So one more from this side, other side. Last block, and this one's important. So look at the head block or the high block as you're putting a roof on your house. A lot of people do this. Now I want you to hold this block. I want you to think, what muscles do I feel going into this block? Even if you've got a kid training with you, or your wife, or your husband, or whatever, have them come up and grab this pinky with 2 fingers and see if you can keep them from pulling it down. You're not going to be able to, but see if you can. You're going to notice, man, that block is super weak, because a flat roof, if you ask any roofer, will eventually puddle. We want an angle. Also, we're blocking with the meaty part of the forearm on these blocks. So when I get about here, when I leave that friction, I'm going to snap. Again, like the punch, I'm coming in at an angle. You're gonna notice you feel your part of your bicep here, you feel part of your tricep, your pectorals. So from this side, also if I'm grabbing, I can throw this thing into their head and then sweep their leg out from under them. So We're here, I'm rubbing the backs of my forearms, and then I'm cinching the technique on the side. And that is your first American Kick Punch Karate lesson. I'm Instructor Ford. Thank you for joining me. God bless and have a good week.